Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning back to my channel. I just got back from Mykonos, Greece, as you can tell by my hat, and I can't wait to tell you guys everything about it. But before we get started, I just want to let you know that this is going to be a sit-down video. This is not a travel vlog. I will not be showing a lot of screenshots and videos from my trip. I honestly didn't have enough time to do any vlogging while I was there. I had enough time to create some content for short videos, for reels, for Instagram posts, but not for a YouTube long video. But I promise guys, next time when I get to Mykonos, there will be a long YouTube video. But before we get started, just to reiterate, it's going to be just a sit down video. I will be telling you guys all the tips and tricks. If you are visiting Mykonos for the first time, I will be sharing my experiences, my tips and tricks, and everything that has worked and hasn't worked for us, as well as how are we gonna do things second time around when we visit, which for sure will be. And I think Mykonos is going to be our once a year trip. So guys, first of all, don't even know where to get started. I hope that you can see that I'm very tanned. This is like the Mediterranean tan, which is my favorite. It's so much better than the tropical tan, I would say. There's something about the Mediterranean color. When you come back, you can just tell that this person has been either to Italy, Croatia, Montenegro, Greece, or that part of the world. And you can tell by the color of the skin, right? So I just want to do everything I can right now to preserve this color. Okay, so first of all, where do we even get started? So Mykonos has been on my bucket list, me and my best friend's bucket list, for such a long time. My best friend Giovanna and I have been talking about it since like 2018, 2019. We were always like, we wanted to go to Mykonos, and our friend Dragana, unfortunately she couldn't have made it because she has a little one home. It was hard to leave her family home and just go travel with us, but hopefully next time she will get to join us on this amazing adventure. So Giovanna and I have been talking. I think it's been like middle July. She called me, or I called her, don't even remember. We were chatting about some life things, and both of us, we were like, we need a vacation. And it was like, I have a couple days off, and I was like, yeah, I can take a couple days off too, so let's just meet up somewhere. I haven't seen her. It's been a year and a half, I think, because she does live in Saudi Arabia and I live in the United States, so it's two different parts of the world. So we were like, where are we gonna meet? And both of us were like, Mykonos, let's do it. And we were looking for places. It was between Mykonos or Ibiza, and at the end we just went ahead and chose Mykonos. I was like, how did we live our life without ever visiting Mykonos before? Don't understand how that has happened. But anyways, it's never too late for anything in life. I'm glad we made it. We had the most amazing time, and I'm gonna share some tips and tricks with you guys. What I suggest, or what I advise for first time visitors to Mykonos, and things you can do to make your first time visit even better. So let's start with hotels. Booking a hotel in Mykonos is kind of tricky. It is a small island, but not so small at the same time. There are only a couple of roads going back and forth, south, north, east, west. Especially July and August, it can get so crowded, and these couple of roads, like, it gets so crowded and jammed with traffic, it might take hours. And if you want to go out at night and you want to take a taxi to go out somewhere, to let's say any of the clubs at the beach, you know, usually it would take you like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. With the traffic at night, it can take an hour. So crazy, because there's only one road in and out. It gets jammed so quickly. So choosing a hotel where to stay is very tricky. I think the best way to do it is to think like, what is it that you really want to do? Do you want to stay closer to the beach, to a very popular trendy beach where you're going to be spending most of your time, or do you want to stay closer to the city, to the town of Mykonos, where you can go and do some shopping, go out at night, take a bus to go somewhere else? It really depends. But I think depending on your budget, of course, if you want to go all in and splurge on this trip, then I'm saying like, go book Cavo Tago or book one of the fabulous resorts where they're like $700, $800 a night or plus. Just have the best time of your life. But if you're on a budget and you want to save some money, then stay closer to the town. Stay in town or closer to the town. Our hotel was 10 minutes from the town center, and it was really nice. We had a free shuttle from the airport to our hotel when we arrived, which was super convenient because the taxis can get really expensive. So our hotel was kind of close to the town. If we were staying another time, I think we would still choose to stay closer to town. I don't think we would stay closer to the beaches because we don't want to limit ourselves to that beach, I think it's better to stay closer to the town because you have more options of things to do. But again, Mykonos can be really, really expensive. So even if you have to stay somewhere outside of town or further away, that's fine. Regardless, you're gonna need a car to go anywhere you want to go. You have to do a little bit of your own research to decide what fits your budget and what is it exactly that you want to do while you're in Mykonos. Maybe you just want to stay in Paradise Beach, closer to the clubs, to Cabo Paraíso, and go party in Tropicana and go party there all day, party all night. So think about it, do a lot of research, reach out to me, ask me a lot of questions if you want to. I'll try to respond and share all my insights with you guys. Number 2, let's talk about transportation. How are you gonna get around the island? Since our trip was booked really last minute, we did a little bit of research, so we didn't really know what to expect when it comes to transportation when we get there. I knew taxi was gonna be expensive, but I figured that there's Uber we can use when we get there. Thankfully, our hotel had a shuttle from the airport to the hotel when we arrived, so that was super convenient. Someone waited for us and took us there, but that was all we had. So everything else had to be privately arranged. So I did a little bit of research. I saw a lot of people were renting scooters and cars, but I was like, okay, let's just go there and we'll figure it out. We'll just take taxi around first day, and then second day we'll find the solution. And that's what we did. We pretty much took taxi everywhere first day, but then it turned out to be super expensive. Like, I've traveled around the world. I've been to Tel Aviv, which is like one of the most expensive cities in the world, and Tokyo, Zurich, and other expensive cities. But Mykonos was like, you take a taxi, 10-minute taxi ride, it's 40 euros. So first day we spent like 200-300 euros just on taxi, which was ridiculous because supposedly there's only like 30-40 taxis on the entire island, and that's why they're so expensive. And in high season, they're in super high demand. We had no choice, so we had to do it first day. We tried to call Uber a couple of times. We couldn't get any cars to respond. So next day we decided to rent a quad, which was super cool. So we rented a quad and we kind of bargained with the guy. Quad was, I think, 65 or 70 euros a day in high season. Since we were getting it for a longer term, for 6 days, we managed to bargain a price a little bit down, I think 10-15 euros down a day. And quad was super convenient because we could get around everywhere during the day, go change beaches, go to the town, park it anywhere. It was so easy to park because you don't even need a full parking space. Quad can go in anywhere. We did that. We go around the quad. Would I rent a quad again? Probably not. I would go with the car because if you want to go out at night, it gets a little trickier, especially with us women. We want to get our hairs done and we want to wash our hair, and Mykonos can be a very windy island, and I think you can still see that I don't have my voice back because I would wash my hair at night and then we would sit on the quad and drive around the beach clubs and party around, which is not really good because your hair is wet. You're driving around on a quad, like it's open, it's windy outside too, and it's not as hot at night as it is during the day. So not the best scenario, but not so proud of it. So that's why I'm saying in the future I would probably rent a car and bargain for the price for the car, or rent it ahead of time from the airport because it was probably cheaper to rent it from the airport than from the local place, I assume, but I'm not sure. Also, a lot of people take buses. I saw there are buses everywhere. We haven't taken a bus, so I can't tell you. I think the price is like 152 euros, very cheap, but you know, you're limited. Like when the bus leaves, when the bus comes back, is there enough space on the bus? Maybe we can try it out next time and tell you guys how it is. Also, I saw a lot of people taking water taxis. One night a group of our friends took water taxi to get to Scorpios to skip crowds. So they took water taxi, I think it was from Suena Beach, to skip the crowds because the crowd to get into the Scorpios was like an hour or 2 hours long. So they did that to skip that. But that's another thing to try out in the future, water taxi. Next, I want to talk about beach clubs. The most famous beach clubs in the world are in Mykonos, and you have to see them all, of course, pretty much. Interesting is, like, when you live in California and you go to the beach here, there's no concept of beach club. Like, not like in Europe, you order your espresso and your sparkling water, and then when you come to California, it's like sand only, and bring your own chair and towel. But of course, it's Europe, so there are beach clubs everywhere. The most fabulous beach clubs are in Mykonos: Namos, Super Paraíso, Paradise Beach, Alemagu, Principote. So many fabulous, but so pricey, guys. Like, I've been to a lot of fancy places in Europe. Mykonos is on a very high end. Average beach chair was about 50 euros a person. I would say we're talking about on the cheaper end. Like, I think you can find it in some places for like 30-40 euros, but those places usually charge extra for towels, which is like, okay, whatever. I mean, mine is one big 30-40, like add another 10 euros for a towel. I'll need it. I'm not gonna carry a towel around Mykonos. But I would say like nicer beaches, they would charge 80 euros per person for like third, fourth row, because each row has a different pricing too. So if you want to be first row by the water, it's gonna be 120 euros for the chair. Plus, there's a minimum spend. And the minimum spend would be, I would say, on a minimum end, 50 euros, which I don't even remember. I think they charge us usually 80 to 100 euros per person. A lot of places in Mykonos have a minimum spend. Like you do go to Kavo Tago for dinner, there's 120 euros minimum spend per person. Also like in the last, we're talking about like the last row, if you want to watch sunset and stuff. But I mean, it's in Mykonos. Money is like monopoly money, so it's not really real. So you just spend it and you're like, okay, I'll think about it later. Because you know what? We only live once. So I feel like that's my motto for everything I do in life. When I overspend or I do something, I'm like, oh, well, you only live once, so you'll figure it out. But yeah, beach clubs are so amazing. We haven't been to Namos. We've been to Namos in Dubai and it was amazing. And we heard that Namos in Mykonos is like outstanding. It's about 300 euros for chairs for 2 person. We're talking about a set, so it's like 150 euros per person. Supposedly there's a place where helicopters land on the beach. I forgot how to say it in English. Sometimes my English doesn't work really well because I am an immigrant living in the States, so excuse me. But supposedly it's super fabulous, and I think it's one of the places we're gonna visit next time because, like I said, Mykonos is gonna be our once-a-year trip. 4 days Mykonos. 4 days is enough. It's pretty enough, like 4 nights. Go party it out, see the most fabulous DJs, have the most amazing time, and then go home. But speaking about beach clubs, they are really cool. The vibe is just good. I really liked each one of them. I don't know which one I like more. I can't tell you because each one has something specific. One are more aesthetic, the other one are more fun, some are more party vibe, and they're just so different, all of them, and you have to experience each one in a different way. But most of them, like, they're super chill. There's a really cool music during the day, like just lounging, enjoying the water, sun, going swimming. And then like around 5 p.m. the party starts, like the music starts louder. You can be ready. Like most of the beach clubs you go to, you know the party's gonna start around 5. The DJ's gonna start like 5ish, and there's music all the way until like 9 or 10 p.m. So you can plan your days. Like what I would do, I think for the next time, I would plan like one day I would plan to stay on the beach all day and then enjoy just the party at night, and then go home, shower, rest, and then do like big clubs, like party clubs, like Cabo Paraíso, like starts at 11 until 4 or 5, and or like Boyden City and things like that. And then one night I would just do like stay in the beach until 4 or 5, and then go home, shower, change dinner, and then go to, let's say, Scorpios for sunset, and then party at Scorpios until midnight. So you can plan each day and do different things, because you do really want to see it all while you're there. Okay, after beach clubs, I want to talk about party scene. Like the party scene is outstanding, like the best of the best DJs. Like I think their route in the summer is Ibiza, Mykonos, Saint-Tropez, maybe Marbella, I'm not sure. I haven't been to Marbella. The DJ scene and the music scene, party scene, outstanding. Every night there is somebody famous, like the most famous DJ in the world playing at that moment. Some places don't even charge cover. You can just go in, you make a reservation for sunset, and then stay for the best DJ. Some places do charge cover. Like we went to Black Coffee at Santana. It was 80 euros per person. And every night you can just see posters everywhere. Like there's Fisher, and then there's Diplo and Benny Benassi. I mean, it's like Black Coffee. Every night there's somebody fabulous, and then at one night it could happen to have like 3-4 amazing DJs at the same time in different clubs. So you're like, you don't know where to go first. It's so hard to decide if you just love this kind of music. It's so cool. But regardless, wherever you end up, you're gonna have the most amazing time. But I think also when you're planning your trip to Mykonos, just check the lineup, the DJ lineup for those dates, so that maybe you can plan ahead of time and be like, okay, I know like I want to go to this club at this night because I know this DJ is playing, so I know I need to finish at the beach by like 6-7, go have dinner, and then go to this club. And then just check the lineup, because we haven't checked that before we left, because I think we could have planned better, like where to go what night. according to that. And then also like Mykonos, there's a specific night for each club, like where to go to. Like Scorpios is Thursday and Sunday. The best parties are Thursdays and Sundays. So everyone travels to Mykonos because of that. And then Friday, I think it's Friday, it's Alemagu. So like each club has a night where it's like supposedly like the most amazing time. Everyone travels just to be there at that night because the best of the best parties are happening. So consider that into your planning. But I mean, it's Mykonos, like every night is good. Like my friend from London, she was texting me, she's like, she loves Saturdays in Mykonos. She's like, I love these DJs that's playing on Saturdays in the summer, so I just go to Mykonos just to listen to him. So it really all depends from your taste and what you like to listen, and then just plan according to that. Okay, and next thing I want to talk about is food. So I think the food in restaurants in general is not too expensive. Of course, where there's no minimum spend, it's not expensive. And then there are a couple of places in town where it's super cheap. You can even get quick fast food. Like one day we got gyro for €4, $4.50. It was so good. It filled us up for the whole day. Like we didn't need any food until late at night. But some restaurants can get super pricey. But honestly, overall, it's not as expensive as I imagined it to be. Other parts of Greece are expensive as well, and they're not Mykonos, like inland, like Halkidiki and those parts. Food is pretty much the same price in some restaurants. Of course, like Namos and like those like super high-end places, they can get extremely pricey, but I think overall it's not too bad when it comes to food. Restaurants, like we would have like super nice dinners and lunches in restaurants. The fish is great, like gyro, like Mediterranean food, salads, meze. Really loved it, really enjoyed it. Everything was great. Coffee was so good. Drinks, fresh orange juice. And there's so many options on the island. There's like a lot of healthy places, vegan places, vegetarian places. There's something for everyone, really. There's a variety of restaurants and variety of places to go out to. Cocktail bars are so good too. There's so many cool cocktail bars, and they're so busy at night, especially in Mykonos town. When you go through town at night after like 10-11 p.m, it's so alive, it's so vivid. There's so many people on the streets. Everyone's happy. Everyone looks so gorgeous, so fabulous. Everything is so aesthetic. You guys, you feel like you're walking in a movie set. So many beautiful people walking around. Everyone's dressed nice, latest fashion, people from around the world. The most fabulous personalities come there, and then everyone is there just to have a good time. But good time in a way just to enjoy and just have fun and be happy and be positive. When you go to all the, like, you can feel the vibe. And all ages, really, like from 25, 26-year-olds to like 60, 70-year-olds. Like they come from cruises and you see them, they're coming and they're having fun and they're dancing around. It's just really good vibe. And then yeah, the cocktail bars, especially in Little Venice in Mykonos, like right on the water, they have the most amazing cocktails. And then you could go there like 5-6 p.m, order drinks and start drinking for the sunset and enjoy the views and watch how the sun sets over the windmills. Have great cocktails, listen to great music. All the DJs there, they're like wow, top of the line. Even when you go to just a cocktail bar, the DJ is like wow. I said transport, I said hotels, I talked about beach bars, I talked about food, partying, shopping in Mykonos. I mean we don't really go to Mykonos to do shopping. We bought some dresses on the beach, like we were hanging out on the beach and the lady was selling them, so we bought a few dresses and it was really cool. Oh, but I do want to say one thing, especially for you ladies out there, if you're planning your trip to Mykonos, yes, get your outfits ready, get your most fabulous outfits ready. Bring a lot of flat shoes. Yeah, bring like 1, maximum 2 pairs of heels. It's gonna be super hard to move around in heels. The clubs are huge, they're all big. There's a lot of walking. I do recommend, I think my next time I'm gonna take a lot of fabulous flat shoes, flat sandals, slippers. Like you can buy a lot of amazing flat shoes that you can be comfortable in. You can just, because you want to dance all night, guys. It's so good. You want to dance. If you're in heels, you can't really like have as much fun as you can when you're in flats. Sneakers for traveling, yes, I don't recommend going out in sneakers, but like getting amazing sandals, like gold, silver, some cute decor, sparkly, shiny. Bring those amazing shoes that you'll be able to just vibe all day, all night in. And of course, get your outfits ready. A lot of accessories, accessorize, sunglasses, bring hats. I didn't bring enough hats. I wish I did. I brought only 2. I brought my cowboy hat and I brought one just regular hat, but I wish I brought like 2-3 more hats, because you go to a beach, the beach turns into a party, so of course you want to have accessories like cool scarves, jewelry, hats, sunglasses. Like, you want to look cool because you just want to blend into the crowd and yeah, enjoy Mykonos. Reservations, yeah, it's highly recommended to make reservations, especially if you're traveling with a big group. You guys should plan reservations before you go there. You can reserve everything: beaches, restaurants, bars, clubs, everything. It was 2 of us, so it was easier to navigate without reservations, but we had to really figure it out in some places. In some places we had to find ways to get in, and it would have been easier if we had a reservation on time. Like, let's say Scorpios, there's a 2-hour wait to get in. Yeah, so you just have to plan some things ahead of time. Thankfully, a lot of beaches are so big, so there's always 2-3 chairs available, so wherever we would go we would find chairs without a reservation. But it's highly recommended to even have reservations for the beach. What would I change for that? I wouldn't change anything. If it's 2 of us traveling again, if it's 3 of us, I would make reservations, definitely, just in case. If it's bigger group, yeah, for sure, reservations. I think that's that for beach. Flights were horrific. All our flights were delayed, canceled. It was a headache, but I feel it's always like that in the summer, so it's not unexpected. Yeah, choose your airline wisely, who you're traveling with. I flew with Iberia from Los Angeles and it was horrific. My connection in Madrid was so short that I didn't make it to my flight to Mykonos, so I had to stay an extra night in Madrid, so I was super upset. But all worked out at the end. It was great. I made it to Mykonos first thing next morning. My luggage made it, so it was all good. Be careful with what you wear and try not to be too flashy. There are a lot of thieves and a lot of robberies happening in Mykonos. They steal pretty much anything, so just be extra careful. They break into hotel rooms. They stole our helmets from the quad, so they pretty much steal anything. They expect a lot of rich tourists to arrive, so just try not to be too flashy. I know everyone over there is extremely flashy, but I always like to take an extra step of caution because you really never know. Okay, the last thing I want to say is just enjoy and have fun. How often do you get to go to Mykonos and explore this most amazing, beautiful, gorgeous island? It's stunning, it's fabulous, it's aesthetic, it's everything you have imagined and even more. So I loved it. Can't wait to go back. Me and my friend, we both loved it. I think we had a great experience. It was just fun and I can't say recharging, but it was resetting. It was good. It was resetting. It was energizing in a way that gave us a lot of positive energy. Everyone who goes there is so happy, so such a good mood, so positive. People are just having a good time, and that's it. And then there's so many things you can do. You don't have to just go and party. You can go and relax and enjoy and do some yoga and explore the island. Go swimming. Water is so beautiful. Beaches are amazing, stunning, warm water. I went swimming every day. I couldn't resist. We would go to the beach and I would just go jump into the water, and I just loved it. So I think that's it for this video, guys. Please, if you have any questions, if you're planning a trip to Mykonos, please reach out. I am here to help you as much as I can, of course. Anything that I know and anything that I can help you with, of course, do not hesitate. Send me a DM, send me an email. Find me on Instagram. I will try to respond as quickly as I can. Yeah, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Support this little channel, this little community I'm building of Blondie Insiders. Let's all be Blondie Insiders in some way. Let's share all our insider secrets of life, travel, fitness, business, finance, anything that can be help of and anything that can help improve this world and make it a better place. I think I'll end this video here. If I think of more things to talk about Mykonos, I will try to record another one. I will be posting a lot of content on my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube shorts because that's the only content that I have, guys. So I don't have any long video content. I'm so sorry for that. But as I said, next time I will make a long video for sure. Travel vlog video when I travel to Mykonos or any other destination like Mykonos, if we go to Ibiza, because we've been talking about doing Ibiza next year in addition to Mykonos. So hoping I'll get to vlog that. I hope that you guys have been having a great summer. I can't wait to hear from you, and thank you so much again for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.